Food, Marika. You've got to eat. I gently shook her shoulder. Her eyes opened slightly, and I thought for a minute that she looked at me, but they quickly fluttered shut. I went back to the pail of watery turnip soup, nudging my way to the front of the line. Marika needs something to eat. The kids closest to the pails made room for me, and I scooped up as much of the solid bits as I could with my hands. It wasn't easy getting back with the rail car swaying, the darkness, and all the other kids, but each time I nearly fell, one of the others would steady me. Luca and Xenia propped Marika up between them. I knelt in front of her and held my cupped hands to her face. Her nose wrinkled. Perhaps her dreams were more pleasant than the smell of this vile bits of turnip. Her eyes opened and she looked down. Eat. She cupped her fingers over mine and drew my hands to her mouth. She swallowed a piece of soggy turnip and choked. Slowly. She held her hands close to her mouth, as if she were afraid I wouldn't give her any more. But she carefully chewed every bit of turnip and swallowed it down. She licked my fingers, then pushed my hands away and slumped back into Xenia, exhausted. There was barely any soup left for Luca, the last in line. We reversed the order for the water, so at least Luca got a few good swallows. With the little bit of food in my stomach and water to wet my lips, I felt stronger. I wonder what that woman meant. Be useful, or they will kill you, I asked Luca. We're too young to be of much use to the Nazis, Luca replied, and useless people are killed. The words were like a stone on my heart. If I was too young to be useful, what about my little sister? What could Larissa do to prove herself useful? How could I save her? First, I would have to figure out a way to save myself. What work could I possibly do? I asked. Figure out a skill, said Luca, and say you're older. How do you know about this? Luca sighed. This isn't the first time I've been caught by the Nazis. And that is the end of chapter 1. A lot of crazy things happening. Larissa being separated from her older sister now in this cart that we don't even know where they're going or how long they're going to be in that cart. So now what I'd like you guys to do is you're going to go over to your assignments tab in Teams, and there's going to be a couple questions for you to answer, just like we would do previously in other read alouds that we've done with our Book of Knowledge, how we do our summary and our wonderings and things like that. There will be a couple questions for you to answer, just to make sure that you fully understand what is going on. Okay, so if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to post them on Teams, because I'm sure if you have them, somebody else has them. And it's very lucky as well that you're able to look on the internet. If there's any words that I read that you didn't understand that you would have berdoodled, then I encourage you to look up those words on the internet.